Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are laser focused on, well, what might be the single most expensive misunderstanding in American healthcare. We've gone through a stack of your sources, and the core message is pretty stark. This common assumption that your regular health insurance or Medicare will cover ongoing long-term care. It's just fundamentally incorrect.
It is. And it's so important to get clear on what long-term care or LTC even is. It's not about a hospital stay or a short-term rehab. We're talking about ongoing non-medical help with the basic stuff. The activities of daily living, bathing, getting dressed, eating, help to just live your life.
Okay, so let's break down that coverage gap, because this is where families really get into trouble, right?
Exactly. Your standard health insurance is for acute care, the doctor's visit, the surgery, the immediate aftermath of a medical event.
But once that crisis part is over and you just need help at home day to day.
That's the gap. In Medicare,
Yeah.
look, it's great for what it does, but it is not built for this. It might give you up to 100 days of skilled nursing care, but only if you meet these incredibly strict criteria.
And it absolutely does not cover ongoing custodial care, the day in, day out help.
Correct. It doesn't.
And this is where the financial bomb goes off. The sources we read point to these real-world scenarios that agencies like Focus Family Care, for instance, see every single day. A family finds out their insurance won't pay for in-home help. Suddenly they're looking at a bill for, what, maybe $2,000 a month just for 20 hours of care a week.
And that's just the start. If you need around-the-clock 24-hour care, the numbers we saw were upwards of $18,000.
$18,000 a month.
Per month. And when you're faced with that, you realize this isn't some luxury planning. It's as essential as your 401k.
Okay, so if that's the scale of the problem,
Yeah.
how do you even begin to build a defense against it?
Proactive planning is really the only way. And it sort of boils down to three main paths. First, there's specific long-term care insurance. It's designed precisely for this gap. It can cover in-home care, assisted living, you name it.
And what triggers that? How does it kick in?
The trigger is usually being unable to perform two or more of those activities of daily living we mentioned, or, having a severe cognitive impairment.
But there's also an elimination period, right? I saw that in the sources, 30, 60, even 90 days.
Yes.
So hang on. A 90-day period means a family could be on the hook for close to $50,000 before the insurance even starts to pay.
That's exactly right. And that's a critical piece of the financial puzzle.
Wow. Okay, what's the second path?
The second path is Medicaid. It actually pays for the majority of long-term care in the country. But, and this is huge, but it's strictly means tested, your income and your assets have to be below a certain threshold. You either have to plan years in advance or essentially spend down almost everything you have to qualify.
So it's a safety net, but you have to fall pretty far to hit it.
The good way to put it. Then the third option is these hybrid policies, things that combine life insurance or an annuity with an LTC benefit.
So these plans, these pathways, this is what enables a family, say in South Florida, Palm Beach, Broward, to hire a professional agency like Focus Family Care without losing their home.
Precisely. And those agencies provide two really distinct types of service. First, you have the skilled nursing care.
That's the medical stuff, wound care, IVs, medication management, things a licensed nurse has to do.
Exactly. And then you have the other, much larger category, personal and companion care.
And that's the non-medical help that really holds everything together, helping with meals, getting dressed, providing companionship. It's a support that keeps people safe and lets them stay in their own homes with dignity.
It's the glue. A good agency starts with a really comprehensive assessment and builds a custom plan from there.
So the single most important takeaway for you listening has to be this. Your normal health insurance is not going to cover this. You have to plan for it specifically.
And the sources couldn't be clearer. You have to apply for these things early, before a health crisis hits. I mean, think about it. What's the real consequence of waiting until after a stroke or a serious fall to try and figure this out?
You can't get coverage.
You're uninsurable.
Yeah.
The door slams shut right when you need it open the most.
That is the ultimate trap. So here's the challenge for you today. Go pull out your current health policy. Look for the word custodial. If you can't find it, well, you know what your next phone call needs to be about.